All right, let's talk about one of the craziest horror crossovers that almost happened. Chucky versus the Leprechaun. Yeah, you heard me. The killer doll versus the killer leprechaun. It sounds ridiculous, right? But it was a real idea floating around Hollywood. And the story behind why it didn't happen is almost as wild as the movie itself would have been. So picture this. The year is 1993. Leprechaun, starring Warwick Davis, just came out. It's cheesy, it's campy, but it makes a surprising amount of money. The studio, Tremont Pictures, is ecstatic. They're thinking, what's next? How do we top this? Meanwhile, Chucky is already a horror icon. He's had 3 movies by this point and is a household name. So, someone at Trimark has a brilliant, or maybe insane, idea. Let's make them fight. The proposed title was Leprechaun vs. Chucky. The concept was simple. The leprechaun, in his endless, greedy quest for gold, somehow gets wind of a new treasure. He hears a rumor about a very special, very valuable doll. A good guy doll? Why is it valuable? Well, the leprechaun believes there's a literal pot of gold at the end of every rainbow. And what does the good guy doll box have on it? A rainbow. So, in his twisted, greedy little mind, he thinks there must be gold inside that doll. Now, enter Chucky. He's just minding his own murderous business. Maybe planning his next body swap or terrorizing some poor family. Suddenly, this tiny green menace shows up, trying to rip him open, convinced he's hiding a stash of gold coins. Can you just imagine the dialogue? The leprechaun with his terrible rhymes, "I'm after me gold, you plastic we terror." And Chucky just spewing his signature profanity, "Gold. I'll show you gold, you little green percent hash and that." It would have been a bloodbath of tiny proportions. A slasher comedy of the highest, most absurd order. The script was actually written. Lon Mancini, the creator of Chucky, was approached with the idea. He thought it was interesting, but here's the twist. While Trimark was dreaming of this epic showdown, Don Mancini and Universal were busy rebooting the Chucky franchise. They wanted to take Chucky in a new direction, away from the pure horror of the first 3 films, and into the meta-comedy we saw in Bride of Chucky. They felt that having Chucky fight the leprechaun would